You about to record me, bro? I knew I should have did that for you, cuz. I was thinking about it. I was like, I ain't going to do it to him, bro.
You don't want to put him on live?
Yeah, I won't even going to. He not live. Oh, man. It's all cool, though. I got something for that.
Oh, man. Travis got you on live, man.
Yeah, like, show him your cut, bro.
Oh, man. All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Sportswrap Sit Down. I'm James Cattato. Our next guest is the quarterback for the state champs, Oscar Smith Tigers. I'm going to roll through some stats real quick. He's got 8 offers, almost 2,800 yards last year, 29 touchdowns. Just earned 4 stars a couple months ago, which congratulations to that, by the way.
Thank you.
It is Lonnie Andrews. Lonnie, thanks so much for hopping on the pod with us, man.
Thank
How you doing?
for having me. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. This is your college showcase, the date that we're recording this. How is everything feeling? I know you just talked to a couple of schools. Run me through which schools those were and just how you're feeling going into this.
So I talked to Virginia Tech, UVA, Indiana, and South Carolina, and going to the day, I'm very excited. Like the start of this week, it's been on my mind. I can't wait to just show everybody what me and my team has to offer, and show everybody that we're the best in the state. So,
2 years ago, when I first moved here, this was one of the first schools that I came out to do a little like preview story on for the season, and I remember talking to Coach Thorogood, and I asked him, "What about the team is special this year?" And he said, "There's this 9th grader at quarterback. His name is Lonnie Andrews." And that was my first interaction to you, period. Since then, how have you grown?
I've grown as a teammate. I try to be my best towards my teammates, lead them. We all have great bonds. It's a huge brother bond here. We all got each other's back. We have a great coaching staff. I wouldn't change my coaching staff for nothing, and I wouldn't change my teammates for nothing either.
Obviously, Coach Thorogood, being a former Division I quarterback, coming from here, what has his guidance, what has his mentorship meant to you as you develop?
Coach Thorogood he played a big role in my success so far. I looked at Coach Thorogood as a father, mentor, a great coach, and all that. So he has played a big role in the things that I've been able to accomplish so far. So
I want to kind of track back and just look at your season prior, because I know that you played your freshman year, but last year was the first year where you started with the keys. When you get the keys to the car and Coach Scott comes to you and says, "You're the guy for this program," and I was talking to Travis about this, 8-4 was a down year for Oscar Smith.
Yes.
For a lot of schools, that's successful. Making it to the playoffs is successful. This is a program that expects 14-1, 15-0, contending for a state championship every year. You get the keys to that car. What is that conversation like?
I had that conversation also with Coach Simmons the other day. He said like freshman year I had the keys to the car, and he said this past year I had the keys to the car. Like I'm getting it started and all. And he said like this upcoming season like I'm driving the car. So just being able to lead the team, to have another chance to go back-to-back 15-0 seasons I feel great about it. Very confident in what we have to offer. So, yeah.
8 Division I offers, FCS and FBS level. When that first one came in, was that almost like a weight off your shoulders a little bit?
When that first one it came in, I didn't expect it to come in. We had just got done with practice. We was right here on this field right behind us. We was at practice. Then I seen one of my mom's friends walking to the field, and I seen him with the Boston College hat, and I just started thinking like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Then they gave us our after practice speech. Then Coach Simmons, he was like, but now let's congratulate freshman quarterback Lonnie Andrews with his first offer to Boston College, and I was very happy for myself. I was very thankful for the team, because without them, I wouldn't be able to be in the position that I'm in. My O-line, my receivers, my running backs, being able to just get me out there and all that. So it was a blessing.
Yeah. What schools have you gone to visit? Because I know that you went on a tech visit, and I know that you've since talked to that revamped offensive staff. Where have you visited since? What have you seen? What have you liked?
I've been to Syracuse. I've been to UVA. I went to UVA a couple months ago for the spring practice. I like UVA. I like it up there. Good community. Syracuse, I didn't really see much like in the community wise, but I like the football team. I really like it up there.
Yeah.
I like how Kyle McCord performed this year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I plan on going on more visits this upcoming summer, but only time gonna tell.
All things considered, when you pick up all 4 stars, and I wanna dive into what I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, was your like canon moment so far with Oscar Smith, that state championship game against James Madison at JMU's field. You guys are down, and not a lot of stuff is working offensively. You're backed up at your own 9-yard line.
Yes.
You're staring 91 yards of green grass in front of you, and you got to orchestrate something. And you lead the team down the entire field and score the go-ahead touchdown. When you're staring at 91 yards of real estate like that with the state championship, the Class 6 state championship that you haven't won since 2021 on the line, what's going through a sophomore Lonnie Andrews' head?
So the drive right before that, we had got stopped on the 4th down, and I came to the sideline. I was mad because I felt like we should have scored that drive. I felt like the game should have even been close, but I came to the sideline. I was mad. Then Coach Thurgood came and talked to me. He just talked to me. He was like, these are the best games when they're real close. That mean the other team's supposed to be here and all that. And he told me, he said, you could do it. He told me he told me I could do it. That gave me a lot of hope and confidence. And then my uncle came down from the stands. He has played probably the biggest role in my success because being that I don't have a father, my father was taken away.
Yeah.
My uncle, he was able to step into that role and guide me and lead me to the right place that I need to be. So he came down, he smacked me up on the helmet a couple times, told me what I need to get myself together, what I need to do for the team and all. Then just looking down, I was like, I know we could do it. Looking down the field, I know we could do it. And I believed in everybody that we had on that field, from the O-line to the wide receivers to the running back. And we was just able to just drive all the way down the field, score that touchdown, which was what we needed at the time.
I remember you get in, you come back to the sideline, and your teammates give you your dad's jersey. And I know your dad is your namesake. You broke down. And that was an emotional moment for everybody looking there. Did you expect that to happen?
No. I didn't expect to receive my father's jersey that soon. Like I knew my mom brought both of the jerseys to the game, but I wasn't expecting to, get the jersey right before the game ended on the sideline.
Yeah.
I expected to get that jersey, after we won the game, everybody celebrating, and then just being able to get that jersey right before that game ended in that crucial moment, very exciting moment. It brought me a lot of happiness. Because, the year that my father passed, they won the state championship for him. So, even just going throughout that whole game, I was just thinking, like, I got to do this for him. Like, if he was here right now, he would be very happy in the position that we were in, and he would want us to go win that game too. So that also played a huge role in when I was down and what made me really get the confidence back to be able to take my team down the field both times and go get those touchdowns that we needed.
I know that after that you had to go back out onto the field too.
Yes.
How were you able to compose yourself to be able to do that? I mean, that took a lot to do. I was standing right there. How were you able to do that?
It was really just that talk with Coach Thurgood and my uncle. They like when they talked to me, it really touched somewhere that I felt like I needed it. Especially with my uncle, he told me he believed in me. He know we could do this. He loved me and all that, and that just gave me that spark that I felt like we needed in that moment. So I think that played the crucial role in that moment.
Yeah. After the game, I remember asking you what he would have said if he was able to see it, your father, and you said that he would have been proud. Given where you are now, 4 stars, more Division I offers, turning into a man in front of everybody that's watching you play football. I mean, you came into this role as a kid, and now you're going to graduate staying in this role. I know you got 2 years left, but you're going to eventually graduate staying in this role. What do you think he would say if he could see what you're about to do in front of college scouts and you're talking to college teams right now?
I feel like my father would be very proud of me. He was a very silly guy, so he'll be proud of me, but he'll crack his little jokes every now and then also. But I know he'll also want me to keep going. He wouldn't want me to get complacent. He wouldn't want me to just feel comfortable about where I'm at. Our coaching staff tells us, get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I feel like my father would treat me that same way. He would always push me to be the best that I can be and all that. So I feel like he would be proud of me, but it don't stop here.
Yeah. When you finish that game, because that finish was so nuts. I mean, they put Travis on defense. They put him back there on secondary, and he even said he was supposed to cover the dude who caught the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you're standing on the sideline, and when that final whistle is blown on the failed 2-point conversion, and you guys are champs for the first time since 2021, now that you're pretty much a year removed, like, is that the peak moment in your career? Like, what is the peak moment in the Lonnie Andrews career so far?
That was probably my peak. I still got a lot more to go. I still got a lot more in the tank, but that was probably the peak moment of my career so far, yes.
Yeah. How do you build on it this year?
Just keep the same mentality that we had last year. Last year, I think y'all interviewed BJ one time, and he said our mentality is kill or be killed.
Yeah.
And I feel like you don't want to be eaten. You want to be the one who is eating. So I feel like if that's the case, then you're going to do what you have to do to make it to where you need to be.
Have you thought about what that first game back is going to feel like? I would imagine that you've missed it like crazy.
Yes.
What is that first game back going to be like?
Very exciting, knowing that our first game of the season is up in Washington, D.C. against Gonzaga, they have good guys up there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very good game. But I know that me and my team, we could go up there, win that game. But it's going to be a very exciting moment.
And, for context, Gonzaga turned out former number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams.
Yes.
So, I mean, you're dealing with a school who turned out a current quarterback for the Chicago Bears. How excited does that make you as a guy who's already imprinted himself? You're the number 34 quarterback in the country right now, according to 24/7 Sports. How excited does that make you to continue to put yourself up against the best of the best? DC schools are legit. 757 versus DC, though. How excited does that make you?
I'm very excited. For this first game of the season, I didn't know who we were going to play. But then one day, one of my linemen came up to me and he said, we're playing Gonzaga. I'm like, who's that? And then he told me, like, the couple of guys that they had. And then after practice, I went and did my research. And I'm, like, very excited for that game because knowing that they have good guys, that just puts more eyes on me and my team. So, yeah.
When you see those bleachers behind you, and we picked this spot to film it intentionally because the bleachers have the state championships, right? Knowing that you're going to be etched in Oscar Smith history and knowing that potentially you got 2 more years to put 2 more banners up on that wall, what does that feel like? Is that pressure? Is that responsibility? Is that owing this school to do that for them?
I wouldn't really say it's pressure, but it's a lot of responsibility that you have to carry. I wouldn't count it as pressure. I don't get scared to do anything that I love to do.
Yeah.
I'm very confident in my team and all that. So I just say it's a huge responsibility to be able to put on that Smith jersey, that blue helmet with the Smith on it, and just go out there and do what you got to do every week in and out. So
yeah, a big reason why I wanted to have these open forum conversations on Sportswrap Sit Down was because everybody knows who you are on the field, right? Everybody knows that you can ball. Everybody knows that you can throw lasers. I mean, like Travis mentioned, his sophomore year when you were a freshman and you threw that game-winning pass in the Indian River game, and that was like the whole place blew off. So everybody knows that Lonnie Andrews can ball. Who is Lonnie Andrews off the field? Obviously, football is your life. But what do you do outside of that?
I often play the game with my friends. I play with Travis. I play with a couple other teammates like Kemonte Bynum, Josiah Jenkins. They are my guys. I love them to death. I'm a very caring person, Like, if you feeling down, you need somebody to talk to, you can always come talk to me. I'm going to be there for you. I ain't going to judge you. I'm going to just try to help you get through it. And just a very fun person in general.
Yeah.
I'm a hard worker, and I'm going to do what has to be done.
That caring mentality, where did you learn that from, and who did you learn that from?
I got that from my mom, actually. My mom, she has a very, like, generous heart, like, deep down, and I feel like I got that trait from her. So I appreciate her for passing that trait down a generation to me.
You talked about your uncle. You talked about your father. What has your mom been like in this process for you?
She has played a huge role. You know, she has been with me in my down moments, like when I've been injured and all that. She tries her best to keep me high, like confidential and all that. And I love my mom to death, knowing that she's a single parent raising a star quarterback who started as a freshman at probably one of the best schools to ever play in the nation.
Yeah.
So I appreciate her very much for that.
When you think about what you just said, how do you think that's going to elevate next year? One of the best schools that's ever put them up for high school football. How do you think that elevates? How do you think people perceive Oscar Smith football next year?
It's only up from here. We don't plan on going back down. I feel like we only plan on moving up in the rankings. So, you know, we want to be counted as one of the best teams to play. And to be one of the best teams to ever play, I feel like with our standard, that's to be top, 20, 30 schools in the nation. So that's what we're going to work to get to. That doesn't only put a good look on me, myself, it puts a good look on my team, the coaching staff also, to see like what they have did for us to get us where we need to be. And this coaching staff puts a lot of hours and days into us as players, countless hours, you know, being here on weekends and all that when they could be with their families, just extra hours after practice, you know, when they have a family back home. And I can't do nothing but appreciate the coaching staff for what they have done for us.
When it comes to throwing today, what can people, or I guess these scouts that are going to be watching you that just talk to you, you know, maybe for the first time, maybe not, what drills are you going to be doing? You know, what can they expect out of you today?
I'm going to be very confident right now, and I'm going to say I'm the best quarterback in the nation right now.
Yeah.
So they're going to be watching the best in the nation. I won't be doing drills today. I messed up my hamstring a couple weeks ago, but I will be throwing. So they're still going to see this cannon that I have attached to my shoulder.
You just said, I'm going to be confident for a minute and say that they're going to see the best quarterback in the country. Like I said, 34 on 24/7 Sports. You don't agree with that?
Nah, but I'm gonna stay humble. You know, I'm gonna work my way up the rankings. But, you know, rankings don't matter much to me because I know what I could go out on that field and accomplish. So
I thought it was interesting. I was looking at your Twitter header, and I saw that it was that screenshot from, I think it was On 3.
On 3, yes.
They gave you the 4 stars.
Yes.
Your first 4 stars. When you got that, who was the first person that you called?
So that's very funny that you asked that question, because when I first got the 4 stars, I didn't even know. I was in third block chilling in Latin class, and, you know, Travis texted me and said 4 star, and I said, what you talking about? And he said, go look on 3 Sports. I went and looked on 3 Sports, and I just broke down in tears.
Yeah.
Because I was very proud of myself and what I've accomplished, but I know it don't stop there. And, you know, my teacher, she gave me a warm welcoming because she also taught my aunt Ebony, in high school. So it was just a very heartwarming moment. And then I text my mom, I text my uncle. I took the screenshot, the On 3 thing, posted it on Twitter, and, you know, my phone just started blowing up.
I think that one thing that occasionally gets overlooked, you know, for an athlete, a lot of people on the outside will say, you know, man, they're going to, you know, get these scholarships to go to college to play a sport that maybe I played in high school or something like that. Like, they got life good. But then you look on the other page of that, and it's like, well, your entire life is this.
Yes.
You know, you dedicate yourself to this, and you have schools. This is the beginning for you. You know, you have schools that are calling you, texting you, coaches that want to get with you. Like, you have Instagram, Twitter. Every time you make a post, you're going to have these fan accounts of, you know, whether it's a Penn State or a Liberty or a Syracuse or whatever
Yeah.
it is, that are going to be commenting and say, come here, come here. What has that been like for you so far? Has that been a challenging part of the process?
No, I just take all the support that I can get. I know the fan pages, they'll love for good athletes to come to their school, but it all just boils down to where I feel most comfortable. Like, what does the coaching staff see in me? Where do they see me going? Like, are they going to develop me the way that I want to be developed into being an NFL quarterback, which is where I want to reach? And, like, also, how's that community like?
Yeah.
And all that. So it's a lot that goes into the recruiting process. And me and my family, we talk about it often.
Do you believe you're going to be an NFL quarterback?
Yes, I believe in, like, whatever I put my mind to, I can go do it.
Yeah. So how do you pitch yourself then to these colleges that will invite you for visits? Like, how does a college fall in love with Lonnie Andrews?
I'm just always being me. I get the joking traits from my father, but I know when it's time to lock in, I have to lock in. It's the time and the place for everything. I'm going to be a leader. You're going to get a dog out of me. I'm going to work hard in the weight room, on the field, wherever I am. Whatever you need to be done, I will get that done.
I want to switch gears just slightly. Travis was talking hoops. And Travis said that anybody on the football team he's watching in 11-0, 21-0, whatever. And then I said, what about Lonnie? He said, Lonnie's trash.
Nah, I'm giving Travis 30 on the court.
You give
Travis, Travis, if you see me on the court, you're not messing with me, bro. Like, I'm lockdown defender. You're not scoring with me.
You said watch the film.
I've seen your film. Like, we could go get on the court right now.
So all things considered, because he was an all 6A region player.
Yes.
You care about any of that?
Nah, I don't care about what they name him.
So what are you doing on the court that's stopping him or scoring on him?
Travis is not scoring on me. He's too he's too little. I'm babying him, and then I'm putting him in the post every time. I got a pump fake. He gonna try to block my shot. Then I'm gonna just go right back up after he jumps. So then he can't guard me.
In all seriousness, how important has his relationship been for you on and off the field? I know you said you guys are on the games together and everything like that, but I mean, he was a sophomore when you were a freshman. He was getting looked at already by colleges. Like, how important has he been, not just for your play on the field, but developing you into, somebody who can understand this recruiting system and somebody who can just be a friend?
He talks to me about the recruiting process that he goes through. Me and Travis, we work out together. We grind together and all that. He has played a big role in everything. Just with all receivers, I feel like you should have chemistry, bonds with your receivers, because that just doesn't do anything but make both of you excel higher and higher. And that's what me and Travis have done, because even when I first came in as a freshman, before I started, me and Travis used to always joke around every day, build that bond to get tighter and tighter.
Cool. I got rapid fires before I let you go, because I know you're about to go throw. Song that you listen to on game day. What's the one artist song that you're listening to before you go out?
Any NBA YoungBoy song.
Any NBA YoungBoy song.
Yo, Lil Baby is not even in my top 5.
I love the fact that y'all are having a conversation on and off the set. That's hilarious to me, because it shows your chemistry, the two of you. Has the Tiger Cage lived up to your expectations ever since that first time that you ran out of it?
The first time I actually ran out of the Tiger Cage with uniform, it wasn't my first time. When Coach Morgan was here, he actually let me wear my dad's jersey and be in the Tiger Cage with the players. And Coach Jarvis was actually guarding me to make sure I didn't get trampled over. But yes, the Tiger Cage is very electric, and it very much describes our program.
Do you think it's the most electric entrance in high school football in the country?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I mean, I've seen it go viral on social media all over the place.
Yes.
What can fans expect for the first one next year?
First come out the Tiger Cage, it's going to be real lit. We play Indian River at home, our rivals, so it's going to be electric.
And then the last thing that I got, do you have any sort of ritual superstition that you have to follow before every game? Or else Lonnie Andrews ain't playing like Lonnie Andrews.
I always eat a Reese's and drink a strawberry banana body armor on game day.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
Have to.
I have to.
Where did that start? Why'd you do it?
It started freshman year of high school. And, you know, Reese's has always been my favorite candy. I didn't really start drinking the body armor until I got to about high school. And those are, like, Reese's is my favorite snack. And a strawberry banana body armor is my favorite drink. So it's like I always have that every day before the game. And it's just like, it's a must-have.
So if anyone tries to swipe it on you, put it in their locker, we're fighting. We're throwing hands.
Yeah, no. You're not taking my Reese's with my body armor. And then, like, with my Reese's, like, as soon as I get it, it might be gone in a matter of, like,
Seconds.
a minute. So.
Word, that's fire. Lonnie Andrews, hopping on the pod. Thanks so much for the time, man. Good luck in your college showcase today. We're obviously going to be following you on all season long. You and Travis and the Tigers, another push for perfection. Add another banner up on that bleacher set. So congratulations on all the success you've had so far, and go kill it on this pro day.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Thank
all
you.
right, Lonnie Andrews, Sportswrap, sit down. We'll check back in with you for another one. See you guys.